Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. And I'm going to be a little petty with this episode because racists are going to do what they do best, be ignorant, poorly educated, and bigots. Yeah, that sums them up pretty well. And with a certain political party, and I will admit, even like, because I never said Democrats are perfect, and actually I've said several times there are many imperfections within the Democratic Party, but I know the meaning and the heart of the Democratic Party, and I think it's kind of hypocritical and ironic when Republicans put Democrats down when they are mean or crude or show a little petty or evil or whatever. But then they turn around and they say some of the most obnoxious, awful, evil, vile, stupid, arrogant, racist, bigoted things that you ever heard in your life. And some people are going to say racism is bigotry. That's when you need to go back to school or go into the dictionary and do research, because there is a difference, a huge difference. So, anyway, when it comes to politics and even elections and things like that, a lot of you need to remember how people kept putting down Mr. and Mrs. Obama, because still till this day on Facebook and conversations or even Instagram, sometimes people start conversations trying to call Mrs. Obama a Mr., and they keep calling her a man and all this other stuff just because she's a black woman. They did the same thing with other African American people, even a couple with Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris. And we all cannot forget what that one no good racist bigoted, or in my opinion, she's a no good racist bigot, what she said: if Vice President Kamala Harris gets into the White House, what the White House is going to end up smelling like, and then we're going to end up with a call center and stuff like that. Yeah, we can't forget that, right? And so, with all of the racism, like, people cannot wait for someone who is not a man and not white to try to run for office, because that's when they're gonna show their true bully colors there. They're gonna show out being just a, like, especially now that we have kind of like the bully in chief, because, like, remember all of the times that our president, oh yeah, all the times he bullied people, put down people, ridiculed people, especially when, oh, and even especially when they are black and female, he can't wait to call them dumb or an idiot and stuff like that. If they're a white woman, he says, oh, they're smart, but dot, dot, dot. But yeah, we can't, we know who I'm talking about, that he's like, especially black women who he has called dumb, idiots, and all this other stuff, but at the same time he won't share his grades from college. He won't do that. Well, he's the one that bankrupted, who put a casino in bankruptcy. Yeah. But then he's gonna call black women dumb. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this episode is about some Republicans, because, like, it started off being a member of government and everything, but then once some of the influential quote unquote Republicans started hearing about it, they loved it, because once they started hearing anything about Zoran Mamdani, especially with him eating with his hands, they couldn't wait to say, if you eat with your hands, then go home. Like, what? This is supposed to be America, land of the free, home of the brave, and everything like that. But then you have, like, such an issue when someone eats with their hands. Eating with your hands means you have to go to another country. So I decided I'm going to be very, very petty today. And I'm going to show how many Americans I guess we need to go back. But yeah, I don't really know where that is for me. So yeah, the black people, yeah, most of us, we can chill. Most of, yeah, black people, hey, this our homeland, and majority of us, we got Native American Indian in us for a reason. We all know why, we all know how. Yeah, it's like the slaves met up with, the natives, the real original people of this country. And yeah, because, like, you do not know how many times how like majority of the African American people I know. But anyways, it's a kind of a different story for a different like anthropological type of episode day and everything. But it's just really crazy with how European Americans, white people, Caucasian, have the audacity to tell other people how to behave or eat. They think we have to do everything their way. But then, even learning about different cultures and how white people went and took over certain countries, but then they learned from these countries, and then they altered or changed a little bit, but they actually learned how to do many different things from other countries. They even learned, I believe, like some of the culture of soap from parts of Africa. And I mean, there's just so many different things. That's just one example and everything like that. But it's just amazing with how so many times, like even while growing up, I've had quite a few situations where white people would see how I do something or how I say something or whatever. And next thing I know, they're, oh, where are you really from? Oh, is that, why do you do that? And just really ignorant, stupid, bigoted stuff like that. And it's just to the point because now I'm thinking about my ex's mom, but you know what, she doesn't get this episode. She doesn't get this oh, and yeah, by the way, I've seen her eat with her hands. Yes, like actually, like, everybody that was in the house that night, including myself, we all ate because we ordered pizza. And I remember it was a BLT pizza because I remember my ex's oldest daughter was saying how amazing it was from the small town pizza place or whatever. And so I remember, like, yes, like we were all eating BLT pizza and stuff. So I guess we all need to figure out somewhere else, except, well, not me, because remember slavery. Yeah. So this is really where I'm supposed to, anyway. But I'm going to be going through a lot of different foods that majority of human beings or Americans, yeah, Americans have eaten with their hands. So majority of Americans, and there's so many more. So if you guys can think of more, put them in the comments. I can't talk today. I guess it's like the petty is boiling over because I just find it really disgusting with how many people were like, you eat with your hands. That's not, you're uncivilized. You're this, you're that. It's like being such bigots. And it's just like, how come with a lot of, especially the MAGA Republican type of people, but especially just as a demographic of like just Caucasians, the caucasity of it all. That's not really a word, but I don't care. I'm going to say it. Yeah, the caucasity. Some people have the white privilege. And see, people don't understand white privilege, but this is an example of white privilege when you feel like everybody in the world has to do things just the way you do it, just because you are who you are, just because the color of your skin, that means everyone has to do things the way you do it. And that even reminds me of the Crown Act. That is like, I've covered this in other episodes, so listen, I'll probably bring it up again. But even with how some other cultures, especially African Americans, do our hair, how our hair grows naturally out of our heads, but then it's like they don't want to pass the Crown Act because they don't care about the heat damage. They don't care about how it harms our hair with certain hairstyles and things like that. And throughout history, it's like Black women created and invented things to the point where it's like Black women can look and have like more of the beauty standards of white women, only to now more and more African American women are being diagnosed with cancer and things like that because of the harm of those chemicals, because of the beauty expectations of this country. But yeah, that's a different story for a different, like, I don't know, it's just like I've said, like I'm probably going to say every episode or majority of episodes now, but just don't look at the small piece. Don't look at one piece of the puzzle. Don't look at just the present. Look at the past. To look at the cause and the effect and what and the potential outcomes and things like that. Because when it comes to the bigoted, awful, terrible, evil things that people are saying right now, we have to look at our history. We have to look at bigotry. We have to look at the hate. We have to look at the hate that came up within this country. So, so I'm gonna get started. And you know what? We can even play a game. So it's like you guys can even have a piece of paper or count with your hands with how many of these items you have eaten in the subjects or in the messages. Type your score and bonus points if you have other examples. Because I heard that like some like eat sushi with their hands too. I didn't put it in this episode because I was like, I don't know if I've seen that, and I don't want to sound like I first want to be knowledgeable in that. I just don't want to put it in there, and then like certain demographics come and attack me and tell me like, "What do you mean?" Like, no, we don't. And so, just in case, I'm like, okay. So there are some other foods that I'm like, I've heard, but at the same time, I think I've only seen it here and there. So okay, but anyways, here we go. Here we go. Because duh, okay. I don't unless you're real extremely bougie, I think majority of us have eaten french fries with our hands. And so yeah, if you've had french fries, put a finger up or put a dash and stuff to keep score. But yeah, it's like french fries or even like unless they have cheese and chili, those good chili fries and everything like that, unless they're just covered and doused in stuff, a lot of us like, oh, and don't forget, even when they're hot and greasy from like McDonald's, don't tell me it's like, and I don't really eat McDonald's anymore. Oh my gosh, I think it's been almost 2 years, but within the last 10 years I can count on one hand how many times I've been to McDonald's. But yeah, that's because, well, their politics and the ingredients, and yeah, that's a whole different story. But it's like, even, oh, Burger King. Oh yeah, Burger King. Yeah, I found there. Yeah, it's like I'm working on creating a list of places that are Democrat safe and liberal safe and everything, because a lot of them, yeah, they don't care about us. But that's in my opinion. That's in my opinion. But okay, anyway, whichever fast food place you go to and you get those nice hot fresh, oh, especially when they're hot and fresh, you grab a couple of those fries when they're steaming hot and they're nice and perfectly salty. You get some of those fries. Don't okay. It's like, especially when they have that nice fresh grease on them. Yes. So, okay. Now, another example, burgers and hot dogs. Okay. It's like, I mean, unless you're like, okay, if you're extremely bougie, let me know. Let me know if you eat burgers and hot dogs with a fork or with any utensil or anything like that. Because you know what? And oh yeah, no, you can't cheat for with the hot dog with corn dog, because corn dog is not like, okay, it has a hot dog on a stick, so the stick is actually kind of a utensil and everything like that. So that's a little different. So yeah, I'm specifically talking about the hot dog that's in the hot dog bun. Okay. Okay. And oh yeah, people might be like, well, I cut up hot dogs and macaroni and cheese, or I do this with hot dog. Like, okay, I'm talking about hot dog in the bun. Okay. Okay. And then say with burgers and stuff, especially like even if it has like that, all those toppings and stuff starts falling out and everything, like, yeah, you eat that with your hands. And it's like, and even how many days a week do you eat with your hands? Because I know, like, especially going through dating apps and matching with guys and talking about like sometimes even nutrition or what we enjoy eating and stuff like that, I've met some men who they eat burgers like 2 to 5 days a week. Some is for protein because they're trying to, gain muscle and all this other stuff or whatever. But yeah, it's like, so yeah, keep score if you've had burgers and hot dogs. It's like, add that to the score as well. Oh, especially, yeah, 4th of July, yeah. Let me know what you did 4th of July. So, oh, speaking of 4th of July, we got some ribs. Yes, like, again, if you eat ribs with a fork and knife, first, write a description. How do you do that? And it's like, how do you get all that gristle? How do you get? Because I mean, okay, it's like, I know some people, they're dainty, like, oh, it's like, yeah, I ate enough. No, it's like, it's not until that bone is dry. Okay, it's like, I want a clean bone. Okay, Okay, yeah, it's like yeah, it's like well, okay, I'm not gonna say it's a southern thing or whatever, but I've met some people sometimes like if I either eating ribs or something like that, and or even like I'll say broiled chicken or just something like that or whatever. Sometimes when I see those bones, I'm disappointed. I'm just like, hold up, like, okay, you could have fed like a half hungry child with that. That no, you should be ashamed of yourself. So, but anyways, put a score if you eat ribs with your hands. Okay. So next, I put these two together and everything because like they're in the same family, whatever. So chicken nuggets and chicken wings. So that, yeah, it's like, and actually, I have met one person who eats them with a fork and knife and everything like that because she covers them in sauce and she doesn't want to get her clothes dirty. But other than that, it's like but at the same time, sometimes she doesn't even care, especially if she doesn't want to do the dishes. So it's like, so yeah, she still sometimes it depends on how she feel. But with chicken wings and chicken nuggets, yes. If oh, and also let me know with the chicken wings, what sauce do you use? What kind of sauce? How do you like it? Sweet, spicy, savory? How do you like it? Sour, even like 'cause, yeah, there's like this like savory, salt, like sour type of sauce that I had last year or 2 years ago. But anyways, let me know. And so next one, yeah, even though certain people are trying to kick them out the country, but yeah, tacos and quesadillas. I love a good taco, and especially a culturally like correct taco. It's like I was kind of shocked and surprised that they don't really use sour cream, and but I was like, yeah, that's more of a Caucasian thing. Yeah, I was like, so yeah, learning a lot, but yeah, so tacos and quesadillas and ice. You're really getting on my nerves with how you're treating them. So, yes, I'm putting them on blast because I don't really care. And so, let's just say all humans are human. And a lot of these people are great and amazing people and contributed to society and work their tushes off in order to do their part and a lot of them have done nothing wrong. Am I saying all of them are innocent? No, but the the white privilege is like how many, especially Caucasian men, do I know from the states who literally have done something or do something wrong, or yeah, yeah. I'll just because it's really crazy how when a certain demographic does something wrong, they don't really want to talk about it on TV. They just want to quiet it down and mum's the word, but let it be a black or a brown person. Let it be a black or a brown person. But anyway, yes, put another point if you eat tacos and quesadillas with your hands. And if you eat that with a fork and a knife, I really want to see that with the hard shell. It's like, yeah, I want to see like, oh yeah, let me know if are you hard or soft shell. But yeah, it's like, yeah, if you try to eat a taco with the hard shell, I really want to know. And oh yeah, it's like nachos too. Okay, yeah, I can't forget nachos. Oh, that. It's like I was actually thinking about doing that later this week too, because some good nachos with some guacamole and then refried beans, black beans, stuff like that, and diced tomatoes and stuff. Yes, yeah. Yes. Okay. So I'm just gonna move on because yeah, I'm getting hungry. So donuts. You don't think I forgot about the sweet part, and I have some more sweets at the end, but it's like I can't forget. Like when I think about ice and I think about the police, I can't forget about donuts. So if you eat donuts with a fork and knife, let me know. But put another point if you eat donuts with your hands. So yeah, and let me know what kind of donuts you like too. Yeah, because like the chocolate glazed ones, like I like the cake. I love cake donuts. Like yeah, the other kind, they're all okay. But it's like I like it when I kind of like when it's just basically a baked cake. And so that's probably why I'm thick. So that's probably why I'm thick and I got cakes. But anyway, okay. So we cannot forget another staple in America: pizza and breadsticks. So let me know if you eat pizza with a fork and knife. But yeah, it's like normally it's going to be with your hand with maybe a napkin or something underneath if you're at a stadium or something like that or whatever. But normally you eat pizza with your hands and cannot forget the breadsticks or cheesy bread or anything like that. So put another point for pizza breadsticks. And well, also yeah, let me know if pineapple belongs on pizza. Yeah, and or what toppings, because I've been working on my pizza recipe for the cookbook that's going to be going with my first novel series and everything like that. And I've been switching up, playing around with the flavors of different ingredients and stuff. So, yeah, let me know what are your favorite ingredients and stuff. But yeah, yeah, I was like I'm gonna kind of end it with, or well, not end it because there are a couple more, or actually there's quite a few more. But spring rolls, egg rolls. If you eat this with a fork, I need to watch this. But yes, spring rolls and egg rolls. At another point, if you eat spring rolls and egg rolls, and also it's like at this point, how many of Americans are going to be needing to go back where they came from? Yeah, remember, I'm quoting that no good jerk who had the nerve to put this, because part of me just feels like, how dare you? Just how dare, like, it's like you're so desperate to try to put somebody down, you're going to try to, like, put down their cultural foods. And it's like certain people, certain demographics just think that everybody's supposed to do everything like them. But isn't part of the beauty of the world and of America is the diversity? Some people think diversity is weakness, but that's just because they want to stay ignorant, they're arrogant, and it's like, I have so many thoughts on it, but I just feel like if you're really going to hate on people because of how they eat, what they eat, and everything like that, then you're kind of a disgusting human being. And so let's keep going. Empanadas, yeah, we're going back to, but I cannot forget these. These are absolutely amazing. So give yourself another point if you've never had an empanada, that's another reason I had to put this in here. Because if you haven't had one, have one. They are delicious and amazing and just mwah. And okay, back to, the 4th of July or summer vibe. Corn on the cob. Corn on the cob. And it's like fried corn doesn't count. No, it's like on the cob. So give yourself another point. And also, oh yeah, in South America, the way parts of their cultures eat the corn on the cob with that pot, like it's like I've had it once. I forgot what they call it and everything, but it's flavorful and good. But since yeah, so well, I can't really eat that much or whatever, but I do have to say, just as a cultural experience, it was really delicious. Samosas. Yes, it's like I had to like I had to try to highlight a lot of the foods that different cultures have brought over, and either they serve it traditionally or Americanize it, because a lot of Americans are still stuck on eating the way we want to eat and everything like that. But yeah, so if you never had a samosa, then that's another food that you have to, like, empanadas and samosas. Yes, go try, have it. And you'll like, well, I can't say you'll enjoy it because it's based on opinion, but so give yourself another point if you've ever had a samosa, and especially, or if you eat it with your hand. If you eat it with a fork and knife, let me know. Yes. Okay, so falafels. Yeah, it's like, because now I'm really getting myself hungry, because I know last month I was even thinking about getting falafels and stuff for dinner, and it's delicious. So yeah, give yourself another point if you've had falafels with your hands. And if you've never had it, you have to have it. You absolutely have to have it. It's wow. At least for a one time experience and stuff, because I feel like, I mean, well, I know some people, because of certain situations and stuff, they eat the same thing because, or either texture and everything like that. So please don't say that I'm saying everybody has to, because I know there's certain, situations or certain circumstances and things like that or whatever. I just know, I guess it's just a recommendation. Pigs in a blanket, another Americanized food. So it's like, yeah, if you've ever had a piggy in a blanket with your hands, again, and like by now, are you going to be having to find out where you're from or go back to your country and stuff? Yes, I'm being petty because with the ignorance of the audacity of this person, the bigotry, the ignorance, the racism, yes. Because like with all of the foods we eat that are from other cultures and stuff, yeah, I just feel like how dare you. So give yourself another point. And then so many appetizers. Appetizers are normally eaten with our hands. And so especially if, like I kind of added some of these like certain items because like especially upper class when they have these dinners and different outings and stuff. And oh, the charcuterie board thing. We eat that with our hands too. And a lot of these suburban or middle class, upper class women, they serve that stuff. They serve. Mm. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going, but yeah, add another point. Stuffed grape leaves. Oh, it's like I remember when I was working a promo, and one of the coworkers and it's like, oh, we were getting a lot like I don't know. I just felt like if we were still friends to this day, as like I would basically call her another sister because she was just such a like big-hearted individual. Like she was just so amazing and we both were really bubbly and everything like that. I remember one employee, he was just like whenever it's like, or sometimes when she would come over to my station and everything to see how my day was going, he was just like, you girls are just so bubbly. He was like, it's like I like whenever I see you two together, you guys are just smiling and laughing and just you like I don't know, it was kind of cool because like we had the same personalities. It was so cool. But one day I remember she came up to me with the biggest smile and she was like, oh, yeah, it's like my mom loves you. I talk about you all the time, but it's like I want to make sure it's like I gave you some grape leaves and stuff because we made them, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, and oh my gosh, that made my weekend. Oh, they were delicious too. It's like if she ever listens to this episode, just know they were amazing. It's like, and if we can ever come back and meet up or whatever, I hope that maybe I can, she could teach me how to make them. So I'm going to go a little faster, but yeah, bacon. Bacon. If you eat bacon with a fork, I really want to watch. Okay, I really need to watch. Okay, but yeah, give yourself another point if you eat bacon with your hands. So I'm going to go a little faster, but yeah, bacon. Bacon. If you eat bacon with a fork, I really want to watch. Okay, I really need to watch. And then pate and caviar. Yeah, this is where I said I was gonna leave some of the stuff for the upper class or the rich people because rich people are like, oh no, I don't do it. Yeah, yes you do. And some of you eat it with that spoon thing or whatever, but a lot of times you eat with your hands. So yeah, we're gonna give yourself another point. Cupcakes, cookies, brownies, candy. And some people are like candy doesn't count. Yeah, we eat it with our hands. The like taffy, things like there's stuff that we have to rip apart and stuff like that. Yeah, we eat with our hands. So gummy bears, candy bars. So, but cupcakes, cookies, brownies, like give yourself another point. Give yourself another point. Cupcakes, cookies, brownies, candy. And so also there's other foods that normally you eat with a spoon or fork or whatever, but like if you change it up, you don't have to. Because oh yeah, it's like Rice Krispie treats. Oh, that's another. Oh, that's one of my other favorites. But anyway, dry cereal. It's like sometimes as a snack, I eat it, in a Ziploc bag with my hands and stuff. But if you know of any other treats or snacks or anything like that, let me know. Put in the subjects of stuff. but a lot of people want to be ignorant, arrogant, racist, bigoted, and vile just because they're stupid or ignorant or poorly educated. But if you know of any other treats or snacks or anything like that, thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.